Good morning, explorers. Now, today we're going to work on a couple of review sheets and just catch up on our skills a little bit before we start our fundraiser project. Because that fundraiser project is a very important one, okay? It helps out the RGS art program. So, you will make an ice cream project, and then your family can buy products that have your picture on the front. It's so cool. And I will keep talking more about that. And our next project, we will be making the ice cream cone. So today, we are going to be making some lines. You may choose any color markers you would like. So you want all of your markers, okay? Then you also need from your packet, you need your 12 square sheet, and we'll also be working on the color sheet that has 6 circles. 3 primary and 3 secondary. And like I said, this is just a quick review. We did go over all of these in kindergarten, but we didn't get to review them at the end of the year because we weren't here. So what I would like you to do is choose a color. Markers. I'm going to choose red today. Okay, I'm going to start with red. So I'm going to flip my camera and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, boys and girls, I am back. Now, what the first thing I would like you to do is you could practice writing your name on your paper. My name is Mrs. Graves, so I'm going to write that. Don't forget that we have to write your name still on your paper. Next, we're going to practice our lines. In box number 1, you can see the boxes are numbered, so stay with me. Box number 1, we're going to draw a horizontal straight line. It's also a long line because it touches the edges of the shape. One edge to the other edge. It's a long line. Now, box number 2, we are going to make a straight, horizontal, short line. Short line because it does not touch the sides of the box. Box number 3, I would like you to make a vertical line. Now that is a long vertical line. It touches the top of the box and the bottom of the box. My next line goes corner to corner. Can you guess what it is? It's a diagonal line. It's a diagonal line. Now let's go down here to box number 5. Ooh, watch this box. You're probably saying, that line looks like the line that we see in the middle of the road. Well, you are right. We call that a dash line or a broken line. A dash line or a broken line. Okay. Number 6. Oh, boys and girls, this is one of my favorite lines. Are you ready? Zigzag. Zigzag line. I love that line. The next line. Curved line. I am going to draw 3 curved lines. I bet you're saying, That looks like a rainbow, Mrs. Graves. And you would be right. When you put 3 curved lines together, or more, it looks like a rainbow. That's a pretty cool line. The next line, you're going to use the little tippy tip of your marker, and you're going to gently push. You don't want to smash your marker. You're going to go dot, 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 dot. Ooh, I bet you can guess the name of that line. Dotted line, that's right. That was pretty easy, right? Sure. Now, number 9. I call this the Humpy Bumpy Camel line. It looks like the humps on a camel. So we call this one a bumpy line. Bumpy line. Okay, number 10. Are you ready for my next favorite line? Remember zigzag? I had 2 favorite lines. Zigzag and then... All right, ready? Start in the center of the square. And you keep going around and around and around. The spiral line. Ooh, that's my favorite line too. I have 2 favorite lines. I can't help it. I love these 2 lines. Okay, our next line. You already drew this line this year. You drew this line when you made the outside of your monarch butterfly's wings. It is a wavy line like the ocean waves. All right, number 12. Remember, you can pause me at any time too if I'm going too fast. Number 12. It's called a taper line. Now, the tapered line can be used for an animal's mouth or a bird's beak, or if you turn it this way, it could be a hat on top of someone's head. Today, the direction that I have the tapered line kind of looks like a mouth. Oh. Oh. Whose mouth do you think that could be? Oh. An alligator mouth? I think so too. Either an alligator or a dinosaur. So you can see how the tapered line is used to make a mouth, or like I said, a bird beak or a hat. Good job, boys and girls. This was our line review. Now you want to save this paper because you can always go back and look at these lines. Before you put it away, I want you to pick your 2 favorite lines. Remember, mine were zigzag line and spiral line. I'd like to know what your 2 favorite lines are. Okay, thanks, boys and girls. Now you can get your other paper right here. Now, if you want to practice writing your name again, you can. All right, we're going to talk about primary colors and secondary colors. And I talked about that a little bit when I showed you the ice cream cones last time on my board. Now, the primary colors are the colors that you mix to make other colors, like the secondary colors. I'm going to actually show you that another day, but today we are just going to use our markers and review. So the primary colors are red. I would like you to color your first circle red. And blue. We did talk about these in kindergarten. But it's always helpful to review, boys and girls. And then our secondary colors are green, orange, and purple. Now, if we mix red and blue together, we get purple. So red and blue make purple. Now, if I mix red and yellow together, I get orange. So red and yellow make orange. My last one, boys and girls, green. Oh, green's my favorite color. If you mix blue and yellow, you will get green. Oh, and I love green. I'm going to put a smiley face in green. It's my favorite color. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our line and color review. And like I said, our next project is going to be the Fundraiser project. So more information about that will be in the next video. Bye, boys and girls. Have a great day. Good morning, RGS students and you explorers. Now, today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Fundraiser project. It's called Art to Remember, and if you were here last year, you might remember making a sunflower. We made a warm and cool sunflower, and then you got to see your projects on different products. Like this is a to-go coffee mug. You can order coasters that you can set your drinks on. Keychains. There are so many products. I couldn't even tell you about all of them, but those are just a few. T-shirts, sometimes bowls, regular coffee mugs. They make excellent gifts for grandparents, aunts and uncles, anybody. And you could save them till Christmas, so that would be fun. So, Art to Remember, the Fundraiser, okay? Super cool, and it's fun to get all those products. Now, before I show you a few examples, I would like you to find, you had a special piece of white paper, okay? It was 8 by 10. It's smaller than the other paper in your bag, okay? It's smaller, 8 by 10. So if you have a ruler, measure it. 8 by 10. It has to be this size. Now, if something happens to this paper, then you can cut one of the other sheets of paper to the 8 by 10 size. But Art to Remember needs this paper to be that size, okay? And I would like all the artwork due back to me on, I think I wrote November 4th, but that's actually the order date. So the date on here is wrong. I will keep talking to you more about that. I actually need it back by, let me see, October 6th. So October 6th is when I need this artwork back. Now, that should give you plenty of time. Yeah, you have a few weeks, and this probably won't take you that long, but I'm going to give you a few more days to work on it, definitely. And then you need to bring it back here. So have Mom either send it or drop it off to the office by October 6th, okay? October 6th. Now, a few fun examples. This is what a student did last year. Okay. So what we're going to do, we are going to make an ice cream cone or a sundae. You're going to divide your background in half, and you're going to make a pattern on the top half and a pattern on the bottom half. You can see this one's fun. Now, this student made an ice cream sundae. And so their sundae is on a table, and so they made this really cool tablecloth. And the wallpaper at the ice cream parlor has ice cream cones on it. Yeah. And they made a sundae with 3 scoops and 3 cherries. Now this sundae, ooh, it looks like it's moving in the background, like maybe they're outside and there's a purple wind in the sky. You can see they made their sundae bowl, the ice cream, got some toppings up there, and that cute cherry. And then look at this cool tablecloth. Ooh, very creative. Here's another one. Now this ice cream cone, I love it. It has giant sprinkles on it. And then the background, ooh, it's warm colors. Look at that orange and yellow. I love it. And then the bottom is also very creative. I like this ice cream cone. It kind of looks like it's floating around the room. Now behind me, you'll see some more examples. Right here. So be sure and pause at any time while you're watching if you want to look closer at some of these examples. Now, we're also going to be talking about the artist Wayne Thiebaud. Wayne Thiebaud loved painting bright colored food. He loved food. And he was actually born in Mesa, Arizona. So he's an American artist. And I love how his paintings use bright colors. And everything has shadows too. If you can see the shadows. After looking at his work, and you guys are going to be watching a video about Wayne Thiebaud, you're going to be hungry. You're going to need to have a snack. I always crave like donuts after I watch the video. So, okay, boys and girls. So, we are going to be back in a few minutes. We're going to start our project. Remember, this one, do your very, 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 very best. If it takes you an extra day to color, take an extra day. And then I need for you to have Mom either drop this project off or mail it to me by October 6th. I need it here October 6th, okay? So we're going to be back to start our drawing. All right, bye boys and girls. Hi boys and girls, I'm back. I wanted to show you the examples that we will be using. So on this one, you will choose if you would like to make a cone or a dish. Just to show you the examples again, okay, this dessert is in a dish, and this one is a cone. So our ice cream can be in a cone or a dish. I am going to, you could also make a sugar cone. So you can see the example here is a sugar cone. And that's fine too. Then you will choose what kind of ice cream you would like. Maybe you would like hard ice cream. Those are scoops. Or the soft ice cream where they swirl it around on the cone. I think McDonald's still has ice cream like that. Then your toppings, you can choose syrup, maybe strawberry syrup or hot fudge or caramel. Sprinkles, a cherry. There's some whipped cream. Whipped cream, you can make it look like a cloud. And then here are just some examples of finished ice cream. There's cones and little sundaes. This one's in a little bowl. So you can use one of these examples also. Okay, so when I start the project, we're going to use black colored pencils. I did print colored pencils on the supply list. If you don't have colored pencils, you can draw with regular pencil and then use marker. Let's try to stay away from using crayon. We want it to be bold and bright, okay? So maybe I want to make an ice cream dish. So you want to start about the middle of your page or a little lower, okay? I'm going to make an ice cream dish. So I'm going to make a curved line and a curved line. Mine's going to look something like this one, a little more of a curve. And then I'm going to make the stand. And remember, at any point, you can be as creative as you want. You don't have to follow every single example in the papers here. You can make it your own. Okay? This is sort of a combination of both of those. Now, I've made my bowl. I can give it a little glare line on the side like that. Maybe these will have a little glare. That's where the sun hits it. Wayne Thiebaud, he did that, remember? I showed you his shadows. Now, I can choose to make a couple scoops, maybe a 2-scoop sundae, or maybe just a 1 big scoop sundae. This one has 3 scoops. I think I might just want 1 big scoop. So you can make what looks like an ear on either side of the bowl or the dish, and then a big rainbow line over the top. And then down here, you can make a bumpy line. Looks like an upside down bumpy line, doesn't it? Now you can either go back and erase, or we're going to color that in later, so it's okay if it looks like it's overlapping just a little bit. Don't worry about that. Now, this is the ice cream. Now the background, I want you to pretend like your ice cream is on either a table, so you can make a curved line around like this one, or maybe it's in front of a wall and this is the floor and the ceiling. I think today I'm going to make a curved line so my ice cream looks like it's sitting on a table. You can even make a spoon if you'd like to make a spoon. Now, you want to make a pattern on the top and the bottom. Now, I'm going to make a striped pattern on mine. If I wanted to, I could turn it into a checkerboard, right? By adding another stripe. But I don't think I'm going to do that today. I like the stripes. Now, you also want to add something to the top. Make sure it's different than the bottom. Okay, I'm not there to tell you, make it different. But please, make it look very different. That's the one thing I come around to students, and you want to be able to see the difference. You don't want these the same. Okay, next, I think on the top, I want a checkerboard. So I'm going to just move my paper so that I can make straight horizontal lines all the way down. I want checkerboard wallpaper. I'm liking this. And then I'm going to make horizontal lines the other direction. The fun thing about checkerboards is you can choose any two colors you want. Like this student chose red and yellow. Here, I have another one. This one's good. This student chose green and white. I like how all of these students made their backgrounds very active looking. Okay, cool. So you can definitely see the difference between the wall, the table, and my ice cream. Now this is the fun part. You get to design your very own ice cream flavor. Okay, you get to design your very own ice cream flavor. So you can, let's see, I like to make doggy ice cream because that's what I made last time. But maybe I want to make an ice cream for a cat. Or you could make your ice cream just have different sprinkles or chips in it. And that's totally up to you. I think I'm going to add little spirals. Remember when we learned about the spiral lines? That was the first video that you should have watched because it talked about patterns and lines. So I might want to add spirals all over my ice cream. Now I might also want to add little circle sprinkles. I like that. Now it's up to you if you want to make different toppings. You can add a cherry, syrup, whipped cream, sprinkles. That's up to you. Okay? So you don't have to sit here and copy mine exactly. I want you to be original and use your imagination to make your own ice cream. I want you to add the toppings of your choice. Maybe you want just a cherry or maybe whipped cream and a cherry. I'm going to stop there. I would like you to use your imagination and the examples I gave you and create your very own ice cream flavor in a dish or a cone. Now, remember, this is a simple one compared to what some of these kiddos did last year. These are awesome. And a few years ago, I also had some that were displayed at Dairy House. And you can see how these boys and girls colored theirs too. So as I'm showing you all these examples, remember you can pause and look at them. Okay. So beautiful. Oh, look at that one. That's a fun one. So I have given you lots and lots and lots of examples. Oh, I have to show you this one. Look at, she added 2 gumball machines and flowers and hearts and like the little swag that Mrs. Graves has. Okay, boys and girls, I've given you a lot to think about. I want you to start your drawings. Remember to be very, very neat. Very neat. You don't want too much detail, but you want enough to make your project interesting. Okay? Have fun creating your Art to Remember project. Go back and pause anytime you need to look at a picture or an example. And when you go to color, you can see all of these wonderful examples that I showed you, and use your imagination, your creativity, and your originality. All right. Bye, boys and girls. I can't wait to see your projects. Remember, by October 6th. Okay. Bye, boys and girls.